Hello, Trab. So nice to be here with you again. Let me share this super quickly. Okay. Hi. How are you? Today's topic for this live is literally one of my favorite things. I've had this on a piece of paper that I've put in different places in my life to remind myself over 3 years. I've taken this, you know how many concepts and things we learn, right? But this one that I have right here is one that I've taken with me for 3 years. The thing we're talking about today. Hi, who's here? Say hello when you pop on. I'm Mandy Perry. And I've been getting quite a few questions about the things that are going on, so I will just let you know what's going on right here in the get-go, and then we're going to pop into this topic. The topic being, you don't need to focus on everything that needs to get done, only who you need to be in order to get it done, which has completely changed my life. It's why I keep this piece of paper close with me all the time, and that's what it reminds me. I'm going to break that down for you guys here. So for those of you, oh my God, Jacqueline, you are so sweet to me. I love you to pieces. Thank you, sister. For those who, yes, you know why I'm glowing? Because I just spent an hour sitting out in the sun watching the storm roll in and like the breeze of the storm rolling in. And then before that, I sat for an hour listening to some brain music, just like feeling the vibes of the brain music. And I'll explain to you why I would take the time to do those kind of things right here in this. And I mean, honestly, I feel like this is just something raging in our culture. Okay, wait, I'm not going to get into that. I promise to tell everybody what's going on first because there's been a lot of questions. So the first thing is the Alpha Evolution is the 21-day experience. It's really the journey of tapping into that unlimited strength that people don't recognize is there and using that to actually create your dream life. This is the journey. And part of what I break down today will help you understand why that work is so important. Like, why would I literally probably took 9 weeks of my life to live through an experience to be able to bring this group to you guys, the Alpha Evolution. It feels like my life's work and I'm very excited about it. It begins on the 19th, mandyperry.com. If you're interested in joining the program, it's open and available for you. Also, hi Tanya. Yes! Oh my God, wait, where are you? That was so amazing. I just sat there in my bikini. I wanted to be naked. Oh shoot, I'm on the left. Disregard that. Right. It was amazing. That was a really incredible breeze. So, okay, that begins the 19th. It's going to change your life. It's 21 days of, okay, I'll show you, I'll tell you right now. It's the concept I'm bringing you guys today. It's why I'm doing the 3-day masterclass, which is the other thing going on. That's the 17th, 19th, and 21st. When you click the link to join the 3-day masterclass, if my team's on, can you drop the masterclass link? When you click it, what's going to happen is you'll get an email to join the Facebook group, and we're going to add you guys to the Facebook group at 7 p.m. on the 17th. I'll add you to the Facebook group. And then I'm running those live in the group, and you'll have the replays in the email and all of that. So my cat is being my cat. So those are the two things going on right now. The 3-day masterclass, 17, 19, 21. And then the Alpha Evolution, the 21-day program, absolute fire, going to change your life. That begins, prep work begins on the 19th for that. So if you have any questions about that, let me know, and I'll let you guys know. Near Daytona, I'll have to look on the map about that. I'm still not familiar with the Florida map. Okay, so I know you guys can feel my storm breeze vibes right now, and I was just basking in music vibes. I start piano lessons tomorrow. I'm very excited about that, speaking of music. Okay, now for the subject. Are you ready for this? Why I've carried around this piece of paper for 3 years with this one topic that I'm bringing to you guys today. Like literally this just all by itself will change your life, let alone how this will help you realize that the masterclass is going to change your life, let alone how the masterclass will help you realize how the 21-day Alpha Evolution will change your whole entire life. Okay, are you ready? Okay, so the concept is you don't need to focus on everything that needs to get done. This is what people do. This is the biggest transformation I watch with people is the moment that they figure this one thing out. The moment that they figure out that it's not about how. It's about who you're being when you're doing any how that you actually pick. The moment they hear it over and over, they know people keep saying it, they're sick of hearing it, they're annoyed by it, but then one day the light bulb goes off and everything switches, and now where their focus and attention goes is on the thing that's actually going to bring them such massive transformation and results, right? So if you're popping on, say hello to me. If you're on replay, We're doing hashtag I'm here. That's what we're doing for the replay now. Hashtag I'm here. I'm here, Mindy. I love the hashtag I'm here vibes. If you get value in this video, feel free to share it. If there's a friend that you feel like would love to hear this topic, or you just want to love on them, feel free to tag them below. And then I will say thank you to you. Okay. Most people's habit, if we just think about it, even though it's an annoying concept, there's a reason why only 4% of females hold a CEO position in this country. There's a reason why only 11% of entrepreneurs or coaches ever hit 6 figures. And there's a reason why only 1% ever hit 7 figures. There's a reason. There's a reason. And we can break down that reason and we can get really clear what that reason is. The problem is, I think my cat wants to go outside. Hold, please. Yes, she did. Okay, so the problem is that when the people ahead of us are trying to tell us what is really going on with the 11 and 1%, people aren't listening. They're not hearing it. It's like going in, but it's not, they're hearing it, but they're not listening to it. So my intention for you today is whether you join us for the masterclass and whether you join us for the 21-day evolution program, I want you to hear this. And I want you to really hear this. Okay? Because this in and of itself is the thing. It was funny because a friend of mine, I went on a date and he brought a friend and I connected with that friend. It's a really incredible guy. And he ended up texting me today. We connected about, similar things that we listened to and we were just sharing those resources. And he asked me what was the moment when everything changed? He just was curious. He's going through a hard time right now. And he's like, what did it? What was the moment when everything changed? And 2 things came to mind. One of them was what I'm going to talk about today. It's how I got this topic. And the other one was investing in a mentor. When you put yourself in a position where you have no choice to show up, you become different because you don't have a choice. When your kids need you to put food on the table, you will do things that you didn't do before. You will show up with a strength and a power that you didn't feel like you had before, and you will put food on the table, right? So when something's required, you will shift into a different level of power inside of your body. And if it's available at any moment, if one person can do it in one moment, all people can do it in any moment. If one human being can show up at a powerful, epic level because of a circumstance in their life, any human being can do it at any moment. Do you hear what I'm saying? It's always available for us. And that's the process I'm taking you guys through in the 21-day program. So the other one is what I'm talking about here. The other thing that really changed everything for me was the moment that I recognized and realized that it's not about figuring out how to do it. That actually when I'm being who I feel in integrity being day to day, every single day, I'm just showing up as I'm doing the best I can to show up as I am, telling myself the truth. It was like a journey, right? Stop pretending that it's someone else's fault. If my kids just acted this way, or if my ex-husband acted this way, and looking at everyone else's behavior and why is this so hard? And why don't people just do the work that I do my work? Why don't they do the work? And blaming other people, and then going through the journey and process of learning boundaries and how to really set those standards in place and raise my standards all around in my life, and then going through the journey and the process of believing I was worthy to have the results that were happening and not sabotaging myself. And it's just been this endless journey, right? But the thing that really transitioned me the most was the moment when I actually understood that it was about being who I need to be to get it done. Now here's the trick. Here's the biggest part. It's not about forcing yourself to be something you can't force yourself to be. How's that working? That doesn't work. That's not what we're talking about here, right? We're talking about, oh, everybody's saying hi. Hi, Jasmine. Yes. Oh, say hi if you're on. Okay. It's not about forcing yourself to be something that feels hard to get yourself to be it. That is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the fact that you understand that the way to have massive success in every area of your life, every area of my life is constantly being up-leveled and upgraded. It's never left alone for much time. Every single area gets circled in and gets up-leveled and upgraded, because as I rise, I take everything with me. Anyone who's in my energy has the opportunity to come with me, right? And I know that, and it's things, it's people, it's circumstances, it's all of it. Everything gets up-leveled and upgraded. And the way that I do that is because I believe and I understand to the core of my being that this is about who I'm actually being on the back end. Who do I need to be in order to accomplish the thing I feel called to accomplish? And in order to be who I feel called to be, my only work is to my goal, right? Like, this is the thing. When your goal shifts, when your goal becomes, what do I need to do to feel good, to feel confident that I can crush today? What do I need? What boundaries do I need? What resource do I need? What support do I need? What program do I need? What thing do I need to say no to? What space, what calibration, it doesn't matter. Like, what do I need in order to feel confident and happy and good and joyful about crushing today? Because think about this for a second. If every single day you're doing what you actually need to shift into the energy of feeling good and feeling like I have the confidence to crush today, and every single day, that is your intense focus. My intense focus is, what do I need to have? What do I need to pull in? What do I need for myself in order to feel good and feel confident that I can crush today? And then you show up in integrity with yourself today. You keep your word to yourself today. Why would you ever have to worry about tomorrow? And in that journey and process, there's no like, but how do I do this? And how do I figure it out? And how do I get... Do you know why we start freaking out about how? How's this? This is going to blow your mind. Are you ready? We start freaking out about how because we are not in integrity with what we said we would do. We're not even doing what we already know to do. So then the habit is start freaking out about, how am I going to make this happen? Basically, hold on a second, please. Basically, what we're really asking is, how do I make this happen even though I'm not keeping my word to myself? Oh, burn. Do you hear what I'm saying? So then it becomes understanding what the actual priorities are. What is the work? What is the thing that I'm going to give my time and my focus, my intention and my money and my investments and my resources and my creativity and everything all powerful things that I bring to the table. People don't live average lives because they're average people and there's something different about them. People live average lives because they forgot who they are. They believe some crap like, oh, this is just the best that it gets. They just believe that. It's not the best that it gets. It's not. But they believe that, and they believe that they're average, and they believe that this is the best life gets. So then that's what they accept. Their standard becomes, this is the best it is. Like, I can't live past that. That is the only reason. It's available for anybody who chooses and decides to actually do this work and to hear and to listen to what I'm saying. There's a reason that so many people ahead of you who are successful are saying this, because this is it. I look at my own mentors that I work with. I literally just said this 2 weeks ago to one of my own mentors. I said to her, because she made, $1 million in the first few months of the year. And I said to her, I went in thinking like, okay, how is she doing that? How is she, I have never made $1 million in 5 months. So like, cool, let's go figure out how she's doing that. I'm very left-brained. So trust me, this has been a journey for me too. So and it was the second I started getting in her energy, I was like, oh, she could pick any Y on the whole planet and she's going to crush it and make $1 million the next 5 months and probably in the next 3 months. You start to begin to see who somebody is on the back end and what their energy is and what they've calibrated to and what their standards are. And you start to see, like, this is why they get results. I can get the income that I make in my business right now. I can hit, 60K months in doing any how. There's no how that would stop me from making an income. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to not make an income because I changed my how. And I'm not going to make a bigger income because I changed my how. I will change my how because it's more in alignment and integrity with how I want to experience my business. I'll change it from, maybe creating new programs all the time to reselling really powerful programs that people can retake over and over and keep calibrating to the new level, because I felt like my work is to keep people in an energy that they were growing in. And that's something I'm doing in my business, right? I see people have massive breakthrough and then the program's over and then they're sort of recalibrating to a different energy and there's a gap in between and that's not working. But if they can stay in a program and just up leveling over and over and over and continue, I've hit a new level, do the same work, hit a new level, do the same work, hit a new level, do the same work, they're going to have way more powerful results. So I'll change the how in my business for that. I'll change the how in my business because it's summertime and I have a different schedule with my kids. I'll change the how in my business for any of those reasons that are a longing or desire, right? But I'm not going to change the how because that's how I'm going to make more money or that's how I'm going to, become a more successful human being. That has nothing to do with it. And I know you've heard it 7 million times, but I'm really hoping this is the time that you listen to it. And this is the time that you let yourself hear it and let yourself have a little bit of faith that people aren't out to just get your money, and that I love you, and that I want you to hear this, and I want you to have the most epic, amazing life ever. I want you to give your kids a life that you couldn't dream of. I want you to have time and freedom and travel and experience life. I want you to be 95 looking back at your life just being like, this was everything I ever could possibly dream of a life being. That is what I want for you. And that is what most people are good people. And you know what? When they're not, we know it right away. So it's not like you don't even have to question it. I want you to hear me. It's about who you're being on the back end. It's about, are you giving yourself is your powerful ass giving yourself what you need in order for you to feel good and feel confident that you can crush today, and then keep your word to yourself and show up and do the things that you feel called to do that are integrity with you being who you want to be. There are so many things you already know to do that you're not getting yourself to do, and that's why you're freaking out. It has nothing to do with some magical how you have not figured out. I promise you there's no magical pill. And when you do figure it out on the other side, it's so much less magical than it seemed. So much less magical than it seemed. Like when people get into magazines, right? I was figuring out like, okay, how do I get featured in Forbes and stuff like that? Not magical. You can pay and you can have a feature in any magazine you want. You just pay. It's no big deal. And I was like, are you serious? It's like all these things that we think are so magical, when we get there, we're like, that's not a big deal. It's never the how. So this is why I've decided, thank you, Jennifer hears me. I would love a I hear you if you hear me. Do you hear what I'm saying? Can you really hear this? Can you really listen to this time? Because you know what this gives you? This gives you the freedom to actually do the things that light you up and feel well loved and feel well taken care of and feel like you're enjoying this process. And when you're doing that, you will be a different human being. You will make different decisions. You will think different thoughts. You will feel different feelings, and then you will make different decisions. That's how it is. Making big, hairy, ovary decisions to align and so empowering versus scary. Thank you, Jacqueline. Oh my God, I love you to pieces. Okay, so because every fiber in my entire being believes in this so much, this is why I've actually, I have spent so many weeks breaking this down and prepping this to you. Normally, I'm banging out programs left and right. I'm just banging them out, and it's very easy for me because I do the work. I do the work on this end, and then I now have the results on the other side. I now have the experience, and now my audience can calibrate to me. Now my clients can calibrate to me, just like I do with my own mentors over and over and over. But this one felt different. This one felt like this is soul work. This is life-changing, deep soul transformation that's going to change the world. It's going to heal the world. And I took my time with this. And I didn't just, this is how I know this is going to be the most powerful program I've ever run. And this is how I know it. I know it because I spent 9 weeks doing this myself, completely focused, completely, really a new depth and a new level of integrity and awareness with myself. And I stayed in it, and I called myself out on any of the pieces that weren't in integrity alignment. And I did this work myself. I gave myself 3 weeks with no kids, but I'm home. I'm home, and I could see my daughter anytime I want to, but I gave myself a 3-week vacation to up level and to dig into my entire life and to just be present with myself and to do this very work I'm talking to you guys out. And I've done this multiple times. And that takes that's a standard right there. Think about the standard that is. That's not average behavior. It's not average that a woman would literally take 3 weeks away from seeing her children to do nothing but be home and be present with herself and feel herself up level and scale and dig in and just really do this work that we're talking about right here. That is non-average behavior and gets really powerful results. So because I know the depth and the level that I'm willing to go through myself in order to have done the work and to be someone who can help lead other people there, I have such a confidence with it that it's unshakable, and people can sense that. And it's the same with you. It's the same for you. If one person can do it in any moment, any person can do it at any moment. It's available for you, right? This is the work. So that's why I broke down, if you look at the masterclass right here, right? The masterclass is mandyperry.com/alpha-masterclass. I don't know if my team is on, if they dropped it. I didn't see anything pop up, so let me drop it for you guys right now. The masterclass is broken down into 3 days. And the first day is really going into that unexpected strength, the unexpected level of strength that, hold on, I just got to find the live. So I'll drop you guys a link. could have tagged Susan and made this easier. Okay, here's the masterclass if you haven't joined the masterclass already. Completely free, and you'll have the recordings of it and everything. And so the reason I broke it down this way was because I see thousands of coaches that I've worked with now hearing this over and over and over, but not applying it into their life, not living it. The information is there, and maybe they'll apply it to one or two areas, but they're not integrating it into who they are and having the level of faith that when shit hits the fan, what they do is they give themselves what they need. What they do is they choose who they're going to be. What they do is they surrender to what is, and they allow whatever needs to happen for that expansion and that growth to happen. They don't fight it. They surrender to it and stay in it. I don't see that happening. I don't see that happening. I see people freaking out and going back to the how and trying to figure things out and freaking out about money and thinking they need to control things and thinking they know when it was supposed to happen and thinking it's not supposed to look like this. And I'm just unavailable for my beautiful, incredible, amazing people living in that kind of experience of life. That is a horrible experience of life to have. And I'm unavailable for that happening anymore. So I have broke this down to the level I cannot possibly break this down anymore, right? So I'm going to be doing the lives, which I'm going to be dropping bombs in there. And then we have the masterclass, Unexpected Strength. That's day number 1. World-changing leadership, like that's what we're talking about. How I just took 9 weeks to go through this process myself before I would even dare bring this to you guys. Because now when I'm leading from this place, there's a whole different level that I can call people to. And that is what I feel called to do on this planet. And day number 3 is the up level. It's literally like, let's get really clear about what it takes to up level our entire life over and over and over and over and over and over and over. Because it feels amazing and so fun and so relaxing. And I think people in their head think like, oh my God, that's like I can't even picture having to keep doing that work and never having a break. It's the exact opposite. The more we up level, the more we step into leadership, and the more we tap into that unexpected strength, the easier things are. The best way I ever heard it was one of my mentors that I used to have, Kat. She said, and this nails it. She absolutely nailed it. She said, it's easier to show up at 100% than it is to show up at 60%. And I was like, you are so correct. Because when you show up at 60%, there's all that mischief and all that other bullshit that you weren't wanting to admit to yourself, right? And then that causes all this stress and anxiety, just like I just said. It's not actually creating the result that's hard. It's the beliefs that you have around it, and it's the lying to yourself, and it's the not admitting the things and not following through the things that causes the stress and the problems. And it's the story you're telling yourself that I have to figure out how to do this, and I have to learn all these things and then implement them perfectly, and then I'll finally have a breakthrough. And if this one thing didn't work, then it's not working. And we put so much tension on like this one thing working, this one group that I launched, or this one, one-on-one thing that I did, or this one phone call that I did with one of my clients, or this one thing that I was trying to sell. Whatever it is, we put so much focus on the one thing, like as if in 10 years that one thing will have meant anything except for, I learned that this worked and this didn't, and now I'm going to shift it, and I'm going to do it again and again and again and again and again, and every day I'm going to show up to the maximum level that I possibly can in order to get the biggest results, right? So I have broke this down into the pieces that are required for us to be able to truly transition this on the inside, from the place where we're hearing it and maybe playing with it in areas of our life, but really like the feeling I have inside is like, this is for people who are done pretending that they're doing their best. This is for people who are done pretending that they're done trying. I'm going to keep trying. I'm trying to do it. I'm doing everything that I can. And I know, like, I say that mockingly because I know how powerful you are. Like, I don't know, that shit just doesn't fly with me. I don't know what you want me to tell you. It just doesn't. Like, are you kidding me? I see you. I see how incredible my tribe is. I see the powerful people that are in my tribe, and it's just not going to fly with me. So like, are we trying this? Or are we going to do it? Are we doing this until, are we doing what's actually required for us to get on the other side? My people know my motto, whatever actually works. And so trying to figure out how to do it is not actually working. So can we please stop? And can we please get really clear, what does it take for you to feel empowered to crush today? Because when you show up and you crush today and you did it and you know that you followed through and gave it your all and you weren't resisting the growth and you were surrendered to what was, there's no safer way to exist in this universe. That what else is there? There is nothing else. And when that intention is set coming from a place of expansion, like I'm not just going to be available for, this one small goal and just reach that goal this month. We're not doing just get this done, just make this money this month, just get through this one more launch. We're not coming from that place. That's a horrible place to live. Unavailable, completely unavailable. We're coming from the place of, I'm here to impact the entire planet. It's really just limitless. Like, I'm just going to be everything I could ever possibly be today. Today, I'm going to choose to be everything I could possibly be. And then tomorrow, I'm going to be everything I could possibly be tomorrow. And then the next day, I'm going to be everything I could possibly be the next day. And I get to release everything when I'm doing that. Everything. So what's required for us to actually show up that way, to no kidding, like it doesn't, promising yourself you're going to show up that way and having some kind of feeling about it is a fleeting feeling that's going to pass, and 3 days from now you're not going to feel the same way, or 2 seconds from now you're not going to feel the same way, and that's not going to change anything. This is work on the inside. This is literally changing our come from on the inside and rewiring this to really truly integrate this so that our reaction to things comes from this place. It's our new land, it's our home base. It's a new home base that's built, so when shit hits the fan, when things get tough, when we feel resistance, when we don't want to show up, when we're doubting ourselves, when someone says something that beats us up, when we're going through a transitional period in our life, or a divorce, or a move, or a death, or something happens in our life, our reaction when we are squeezed, what comes out is this, not the other crap that's been going on. That is the work. Can you just feel the safety in that for a second? That no matter what happens, I get to feel that level of safety, and I want this for you. No matter what would ever happen in my life, I know that my come from is in alignment with where I want to go and not creating the circumstances that have been behind me. When I'm squeezed, what comes out is power, not flailing, not discouragement, not all the things that used to come out. That is a powerful way to live. And we all just deserve that. And if that's available for one person, it's available for every single person. And so you can imagine that you're going to be a lot more braver. You're going to take more brave steps in your business. You're going to be willing to go a little bit further. You're going to be willing to, try out new things. You're going to be willing to fail. Why wouldn't you be willing to fail? You're perfectly fine with failing, because you know that was just a growth moment, because you know when you're squeezed in the moment, when you get your ass kicked and failed, you know how you're going to react to that. You're not wondering if you can trust yourself to how am I going to respond to that? Am I going to get depressed and crawl in my bed, or am I going to eat my whole house, or am I going to whatever other crazy things? Am I going to pick fights with my kids, or like nag at my kids, or pick a fight with my husband, or whatever the thing is, right? You trust yourself because you know who you are on the inside. So I would love nothing more than for you guys to share this masterclass with the whole world, because whether people move forward in the 21-day program or not, this is going to change their lives. And I really just wholeheartedly believe that I have a gift for saying it in a way where people can hear it. And that's it. If that's as far as they ever go, I'm really fine with that, because I'll go to my grave knowing that I did my work. So the link is below. You can share it on your page, or you can, just tag people in the video, let them know about the masterclass coming up. And for those, there's going to be some of you who just feel ready to do the 21-day program. It's every single day we're showing up to do the best we can do that day, and we are letting our nervous system recalibrate to that. And I will hold you in a powerful space. I got you every step of the way, and we are going to rewire and reset your standards around what you're available for, so that you trust yourself, so that when things are coming your way and stuff shows up, you really trust yourself, and you know what your reaction is going to be. And we are just going to completely reset and recalibrate this every single step of the way for this 21-day program. Of course, I'm going to be in there longer than 21 days, but the intense work is for the 21 days, and it's going to be wild and fun. You guys are going to absolutely love it. So that's mandyperry.com, or you can PM me if you have any questions, or if you are interested in joining the group. It's open now. I will have pre-work in there. It's going to be some powerful pre-work. So that's available now. Anything else? Oh, I did have a couple questions about the Diamond Mastermind. The Diamond Mastermind is it's my like inner circle. So it's a group of women. We're in a messenger chat. We chat every day. They just ask. They have full access to me 24/7. They have access to me privately as well. They have one-on-ones with me every single week. And then we have a private Facebook group where I run trainings in there, and they have access to everything I do. And we do 2 to 3 meetups, like actual live events and retreats a year, where we get together. Bali and Maui. We did one in Florida. That was kind of cool when I first moved here. So that is my Diamond Mastermind. There's no access to it except through me. So if you're interested in doing one-on-ones with me, just PM me, and I'll talk to you guys about that. Who else is here? Hi, Ro. That's what separates you. You constantly are up leveling, are transparent about it. Yes. It is so much fun. It's like the greatest thing in the whole world. And every single 6 months I look back at my life and I'm like, how did that happen? And then I started being like, how did that happen? I figured it out. And I spent 9 weeks bringing this program in masterclass to you guys. So I will see you in the masterclass. I will see the rest of you that join us and move forward with us in the group. I literally just can't wait to get started on this. And I hope this message served you. If it did, feel free to share or tag. I love you guys very much. Ooh, Siobhan. Hi, girl. I don't know if you're still on. I love you. I miss your face. Hi, Ruth. Okay, that is everything. If you have any questions, let me know. I love you guys very much. Have a fantastic day. And I will see you tomorrow. Love you.